The Honourable David Parker.
Well, thank you, Mr Chairman. I do have a supplementary order paper to this bill, and I want to explain it to the House and to thank the Minister Brownlee for his indication that the government's going to support it. I just want to, it actually arises from a contribution I made in the first reading debate, sir, and it relates to the issue that my colleague Grant Robertson's already referred to, which is that through this bill we are conferring upon the controller during a state of emergency or a constable or police constable the power to require the owner of a property to obtain a report as to the structural integrity of the building if that building poses a risk of injury to the safety of life or to the safety of other property. And then at subsection 6 of the new section that's being inserted, the bill confers a right of appeal to the district court from the owner or the owner's agent who's being asked to pay for the cost of one of these reports and commission one. And that's an appropriate safeguard. And it's the intent of the legislation is that the relief that can be granted by the district court effectively refunds them the cost if the original request to get a report was unreasonable, and that imposes a degree of countervailing rights for the person who's being asked to get that report if it's an unreasonable request. And although there won't normally be an unreasonable request, it's easy to envisage that occasionally there might be. Particularly, sir, not during the emergency stage, but during the recovery phase, which is covered by the subsequent Section 8 inserting a new Section 27, in new Section 27 inserting a new Section 94N, where there's a similar provision. Now, I went and read the provisions in the underlying 2002 Act, which are found at Section 77(2) and 3, which are said to apply in respect of these appeals. And I spoke with Minister Brownlee, who said that the intention was that the only relief that someone could get if they appealed was a refund of their costs. They couldn't refuse to get the report. And I was concerned when I read Section 77, subsection 4, that we hadn't made it clear that section in the underlying Act would not apply in this situation, because that section says that by virtue of the appeal, the request for the report is stayed. So it wasn't Parliament's intention, or the policy intention wasn't that we stay or put aside the request that's being made by civil defence or the police to get a report. We were just trying to confer a remedy against an unreasonable request and to, i.e. refund the money. Most people, or the people who are requested to do this, will be able to afford to get a report, and they should have to do so. It was unclear. I think it was fair to say it was ambiguous rather than clearly wrong. And the Minister, with the help of officials, agreed that they would clear this matter up, and that's what my supplementary order paper does, which has been drafted by Parliamentary Council, and I thank them for doing that. It makes it clear that Section 77(4) of the Principal Act does not apply, so it puts it beyond doubt that someone appealing against the demand that they get a report as to the structural integrity of the building, their appeal does not act as a stay of the request, and the only remedy they can get from the court is not the ability not to get the report, they can just get a refund for its cost. That's where, if this amendment is passed, the matter will end. The procedure in Section 77(2) and 3 will apply, but the stay provided for in Section 77, subsection 4 of the Principal Act will not apply, and that amendment is being made to both the new Clause 7 inserting Section 91 into the Principal Act effectively, and also the same provision in respect of the recovery phase in Clause 8, sir. I don't think I need to explain that further. I hope the House will support that amendment.